people of God in this place, lift up your voices in high praise, for he is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Come on, let's bless him, for he is the greatest. Now clap your hands like this.
Corned beef, cabbage, and kielbasa. Y'all, this turned out so good. I know I'm always saying that, but this corned beef, so juicy. The kielbasa and cabbage and the carrots and the potatoes, you guys. The only thing is, it took forever to make. But I want to show you how we can do it fast. Well, maybe not fast, but it sure will be flavorful. Hey, come on, let's do this together. Let's cook with ease. And by the way, thank you so much. You guys, we have some new friends. Please get to know each other, say hello, support each other. That's how we go on our channel here. I love you guys. Come on, let's make this together. Let's cook with ease. Love you guys. Well, my goal is to make this very flavorful and just to make sure that there's a lot of seasons in this. What we're going to be using is paprika, oregano, bay leaves, basil leaves, onion powder, roasted garlic, and then this is a combination of garlic and onion spice blend. This is really delicious. Since everyone's using mustard, I thought about putting some mustard on this corned beef. I'm going to try this fried chicken with mustard. I haven't done that before, but that seems to be really popular. So this weekend I thought about that also. We're going to have cabbage, potatoes, onions. I'm even going to use lemon pepper and our complete seasonings. Now in here, I've just combined everything in here so that I'm going to mix everything. The last thing I'm going to put in here is going to be our mustard. So let's get started. I want to go ahead and mix up all of our seasonings with our mustard and this is going to be the coating over our corned beef. So I want it to be so flavorful. I want to just make sure there's enough mustard in here to coat the entire corned beef. So I'm going to get this all mixed up. Now before I coat it with our mixture here, I want to share something with you all really quick. A couple of my friends have asked me, hey V, you're making all these recipes on Let's Cook with Ease, but we never see you testing it out and tasting it. So oh boy, that's a special. Ooh, got some over here. That was a special request. I don't like eating on camera, but my friends want me to do it. I don't mind testing it out. I'll test it out. Oh gosh, this smells wonderful. It really does. Alright, so I'm getting ready to coat our corned beef with our mixture here. This corned beef brisket is 6 pounds. It's really heavy. So I'm going to take this out, and you all, I want to save the juice. Actually, I'm going to use a bigger one. I want to save it because I'm going to do something with the juice. So let me pour this out. It's going to look kind of weird, but it's all going to come together. You'll see. Let's wipe this up. Now they always come with these little packets, and I'm going to use this after I put everything together. Alright, so I'm going to take you over to the next step. Alright, so what I am getting ready to do now, we're going to season this big baby. So beautiful. Let me turn the heat some. We're going to season this. With the mixture that we put on there, here's some pepper. I like a lot of pepper. Here's our mixture. I'm going to put this in here. Just make sure it's... Oh, this smells so good. Make sure this is on everywhere. I'm going to brown this on both sides. Make sure it's good and seared. I want to sear this flavor in here. After it's browned, I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'll be right back. We're going to be using an oven bag because I'm baking our corned beef. I'm going to put a little water in the bottom, and I'm going to put this bag in here because this is going to be where our corned beef is going to go. It's still over here getting all seasoned and ready, so I'm going to show you how we're going to prepare this bag before our little baby goes in there. We're going to put some good vegetables down in there. I'm going to start adding the onions. Cut these onions up. The meat is looking beautiful. Put our carrots. I just want the bottom to be all ready when we put the meat in. And the carrots are going to help sweeten the meat up. Right? Now we had some of our mixture left. And what I'm going to do with this mixture is, remember I saved the juice? I know it looks kind of weird, but this is the juice from the corned beef. And let me show you what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to pour the juice from the corned beef because there's flavor in there. I want to make sure you can see it. This is all flavor, everybody. So I'm going to mix this up. Let me finish mixing this up. And then I'm going to pour this on the bottom after I put the meat in. Check on the meat. The meat is looking beautiful. Let me show it to you. Look at the meat. It's gorgeous. Can you see it? Oh, that's so pretty. All right, so I'm getting ready to put this into our Dutch oven, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's really pretty. I'm just going to put a little water in our bag because it will create its own juice. Just a little water. And remember that mixture that I showed you that we saved? I'm going to add a little bit of that in the bag. And this is going to be for flavor. This is going to make some really good sandwiches. This is a mixture of the seasons and the bag juice. So as this cooks, it's just going to get really, really good. Okay. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to cook this. This is 6 pounds, so you're supposed to cook it 45 to 60 minutes per pound. I'm going to check on it after 4 hours, but I know that it's going to need to cook more. So I'm going to close this up and then put it in the oven. Put this in the oven for, like I said, I'm going to check on it in 4 hours. And then we'll see what we have. Just leave a little room for it. This is ready to go in the oven. Now while this is cooking, I'm going to prepare the cabbage. Well, guess what I forgot to add? Our seasoned packet. Now this is optional, of course. You don't have to add this in here, but it really gives it a really good flavor. And I didn't want to put this in the oven without it. And then I'm going to put 3 bay leaves down here in the juice. Put it over here. All right, so I wanted to come back and tell you I forgot to put that in there. All right, now here we go. It's going back in there. I wanted to show you what we have here. Now I have just taken this out of the oven. Ooh. Oh, it's hot. Look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. All right, so what I'm gonna do, oh, it's gorgeous. Ooh, I'm gonna get some of this juice and pour it over the corned beef. Oh, I wish you all could smell this. Oh, it smells so good. It really has shrunk while it's cooking. All right, so I'm gonna put this back in. I actually let this go for 3 hours. I'm gonna push the bag down. Can't wait to show you what this looks like when it's finished. Okay, I just wanted to baste it back up. 3 more hours. I'm going to start making our cabbage. Now this is a little bit of bacon grease that I'm going to put in there. And with the bacon grease, let's move this around a little bit. Bacon grease, I'm going to add some sausages that I've cut up. Just put these on the bottom of our pot, sorry. Now this is just going to give us some extra flavor. I'm always talking about flavor. It just has to taste good. So let's put this on the bottom. Just make sure there's enough for everybody. I want the pot to be nice and ready. Once it gets in there, good. Turn this up a little bit. Looks good. Okay, I'm gonna let this start sizzling a little bit. And then after that, we'll move on to the next step. Now this is exactly how we want it. The fat is rendering. The sausages are cooking nicely. Now let's start adding our onions. Now you know the onions tend to get really reduced when they're cooking. So I'm going to put those in now. Give them a little stir. Oh, this smells wonderful. Now let's let that reduce some. Let's let the onions get a little translucent. Ooh, that looks good. We have carrots and potatoes that we're going to add to this also. Okay, let's let that cook a little bit. Put the lid on. And we'll be right back. Wow, look at this. Now, I want to add these carrots in here. Because the carrots are going to take a little while to cook. This is beautiful. Now you know the cabbage is going to make its own liquid. I don't want the onions to be mushy. So let me go ahead. I cut up some potatoes too. Let me put the potatoes in here. How many of you love cabbage? There's so many fun things you can do with cabbage. Let me tell you the truth. I'm going to add some lemon pepper. This is roasted garlic. Put some onion powder. And this goes with everything. Complete seasoning. You all will be able to find that. Just want to make sure that you can find everything I'm putting in here, that you can find it. Let me start putting this on in here. Our cabbage. And just slowly, you're just going to see me continue to put more in there because this cabbage is going to cook down. Looks really good. Now I'm just going to add a little bit, because it makes its own liquid. You see me add a little bit of liquid in here. I'm going to add some more cabbage. Now I'm going to leave this alone for about 4 minutes. and then we'll be right back. Do you think that looks pretty? We'll be right back. Our cabbage has really cooked down. If you remember what it looked like before, I had it filled all the way to the top. Now what I want to do, I don't want to break up the potatoes, but I want to carefully move what's on the bottom to the top. Just kind of move this around. I don't want to break the potatoes up. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some more. Oh, it smells wonderful. I'm going to add some more cabbage in here. So I just want you all to see how this is coming all together. It smells so good. Oops, I lost one. You know that happens with me every single time. Well, that's how you know this is real. Oh, this is beautiful, you all. Okay, I think that's about enough. I'm gonna let this cook down a second time. Then I'm gonna leave the top off so some of the moisture, that's packed. Some of the moisture can leave the pot. Oh, that smells so good. We'll be right back. I want you to take a look at this. You all, this looks so good. Look at that. Now, everybody's different with their cabbage. Some people like it mushy. Some people like it kind of crunchy. Now, I'm a little in between. This is looking good. I added 3 tablespoons of butter right on the top. You can probably see it right here, and back here. I added some butter, but that's optional. I'm going to let the cabbage cook without the lid so that some of this juice can cook out. But we're pretty much done with the cabbage. Wait till you see the corned beef. What do you think, you guys? Okay, we'll see what the cabbage looks, the corned beef looks like shortly. Well, thank you so much for coming back. You all, this has been such a long day. There's juices coming out of here, and I just wanted to cut this really quickly before all these juices run out. I've let this cool down. The house is smelling delicious. Now, I'm a little nervous about cutting it, but you know, I show you how things are. I'm going to be honest with you. So, oh my goodness, this is so juicy. I'm cutting against the grain also. It's so tender, it's going to fall apart. Look at this. This is going to make some delicious sandwiches. Lord have mercy. Look at this next piece here. I'm going to try to hold it up so you can see it. It's going to fall. Let me see if I can do it like this. Oh my gosh. Look at how juicy this is. Oh, you all. The cabbage is ready. All right, I'm going to plate this up and make it beautiful for you. I will be right back. Lord have mercy. Look at this.